Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
But let's get in some queries now. We have Shaina Mukaddam, who's with us on the fundamentals, and Sandeep Wagle, who's here to answer all of your technical queries. Hi Shaina as well as Sandeep. But let's get going in terms of the first question that we have. Nisha writes to us from Marathwada, and she holds 1,535 shares of Zee Entertainment, which she's bought at 540 since the past 9 months. Long-term investor wants to know whether to hold or sell. Well, Shaina, obviously Zee is reacting to its numbers at this point in time as well. Overall, what would you recommend on it? Is it a hold, and what would your call be, say based on the numbers as well? Advertising growth quite strong.
I personally hold the stock, and I believe the future is likely to be much better than what it has shown in the last couple of quarters. And we've seen very good numbers coming in this quarter. I was impressed with the advertising growth, but of course it could be on a low base. I think margins also were pretty strong, 30% plus margins. And I think with a new channel launch, with a new launch, I think they should do better going forward in terms of increased subscription, which has been pretty lower in this quarter. So all in all, I think I would continue holding the stock. I would give a target of about 680, keep a stop loss of about 575.
Okay, the stock is actually slipping quite intensely as we speak. It's down close to around 4%. Shaina has given it a stop loss of around 575. So just keep that in mind. Those ad revenue growth numbers looked good, but there seems to be something that the street doesn't like, or maybe in fact the stock has already had a bit of a run, and that's why in fact the stock is seeing some profit booking. But on the chart, Sandeep, Zee Entertainment, how is it looking?
Well, Nigel, the long term is very positive. So I would hold on with a stop loss of 525 taken a 12 to 15 months view. And I think once the next leg of the move starts, 840, 850 is likely.
Okay, all right. Then just keep an eye out on the markets. It's slipping a tad bit as we speak. It's not just Zee. Coal India has slipped, Bharti Infratel as well has slipped, and even Bharti Airtel has slipped. So I think the intraday chart, if you get these stocks up for you, Coal India, Bharti Airtel that comes out with a set of numbers, Bharti Airtel, Infratel as well has taken a bit of a knock. So just keep an eye out on a couple of these stocks. On the winning side, we have BF Utilities. When that stock moves, it moves very, very rapidly, or on both sides. So just keep an eye out on that one. It spikes up to the high point of the day. Slip into a short break, come back, continue our focus on the markets. We'll also answer all your queries. Mostly in the green, but let's get our next query up for you. We have Rahul Kumar, who writes to us from Kanpur. He holds around 500 shares of Hindustan Unilever. Since the last 20 years, long-term investor wants to know whether or not to hold or sell. Fantastic. Real good long-term quality investing. The blues of blue chips on the street. It's given you 60-70% returns in the last 1 year, but I mean, Rahul's having a blast. What's the take on it? How's it looking on the charts? We have, the results that are due later today, Sandeep, but your take?
Did you say 500 or is it 5,000?
Yeah, I think he's got, just a minute, let's just get 5,000. 5,000.
So that's he's done really well for himself.
Well,
I think.
And there is no way, if he is not sold for the last 20 years.
There's no reason to sell.
There's no reason to sell. And the way he continues, if he continues doing this, let him hold with a stop loss of 1050. Unless something drastically goes wrong or bad, this stop loss should not be triggered. I've given a further stop loss. And I think another 3-4 years, the stock should be well beyond 2000.
Wow. Okay, so in fact, as we speak, we have HUL. We are still waiting for the numbers for HUL this time. We are expecting that volume growth to come through simply because of also aided by what would be a base effect, a positive base effect on a year-on-year as well as on a Q-on-Q basis. So let's see whether that culminates or not. 1,373 rupees for that stock. But the other one which deserves mention is the Bank Nifty. It's really having a rollicking session now. And to think that we had started on the back foot in today's trading session, the Bank Nifty is now at a fresh record high as we speak, 26,130. Take a break, but more queries on the other side. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Well, I was just looking at the India VIX. In fact, that's gone down around 2%. So it's just about hovering at around 13.82. If you look at the top indices which are gaining, it has to be the PSU Bank Index, which is just about flown away in today's trade. So that is up around 3.5%, followed by the IT Index and then by the Pharma Index, both of them up anywhere between 1 to 1.5%. But that's all the time that we have on the show. Do remember, you can keep sending us all of your stock queries. Closing bell right after a short break.